All right, Green Bay. You know, it tastes a little bit better beating the Niners today, just defeating them. The game is still on. About 38 seconds left. They're running out the clock, the Niners. I don't want anybody to get hurt because we got a game on Thursday. So let me just kind of watch this last play. Nobody get hurt. Nobody get hurt. Just tell them. Nobody get hurt. No fight. No fighting. Oh, ball's loose. Nobody get hurt. All right. The clock is going to run out. Hopefully nobody got injured on that last play. I think we're good. That's it. All right. So that was me watching it live. The Packers get their eighth win today. They go to 8-3. That's a huge victory for Green Bay. It doesn't take away a lot of those playoff losses, obviously, but we're just the largest win by Packers in series history, 28 points. There's the hug, LaFleur and his friend Shanahan. He's gotten the best of us, but the Packers are finally on the right track. So let me give you some updates on what happened in the game. The Packers get a victory, 38-10. Highlights of the game were um, Josh Jacobs, 3 touchdowns for 106 yards. He pretty much carried us today. He is the first Packer, they said, to go for 100 yards and 3 touchdowns since 1999. And I'm going to tell you who that Packer was because Dorsey Levens. That's who that Packer was. You can check my stats. You can fact check me. It's the facts. That was Dorsey Levens. So they said he's the first Packer running back to go over 100 yards and 3 touchdowns at Lambeau Field since 1999. And I'm telling you that Packer was Dorsey Levens. Kraft scored a touchdown on a nice screen. Um, Malik Heath scored a touchdown late in the game. And Jacobs scored 3 touchdowns. Unfortunately, Christian Watson dropped the touchdown. And unfortunately, Dobbs, who had 3 or 4 nice catches, got hurt, hit his head. We didn't want any injuries. So if that's a concussion, he probably will be out Thursday. I'm hoping that's not the case. That's probably going to be the case. LVS had a sack, knocked the ball out. Kenny Clark recovered it. Then um, Keyshawn Nixon came back and punched the ball out and got a recovery by Carl Brooks. Quay had a sack. He also had a dropped interception, but I thought he played a great game. We had a field goal for 48 yards. Um, we only had at one point 50 yards in the second half in like early fourth quarter. I don't know what we wound up with, but we weren't really moving the ball in the second half. We really didn't need to. Huge play of the game was McKinney's interception. He ran it back. It gave us that huge field position where Jacob scored his second touchdown. And like I said, Josh Jacobs scored 3 touchdowns today, 3 rushing touchdowns, um, a touchdown by Kraft, and a touchdown by Heath. Let's see. I'm trying to read all this stuff. Jacobs, like I said about that stat. Um, Love was 13 of 23 for 163 and 2 touchdowns. No picks. Huge deal. No interceptions. Packers defense got 3 turnovers, and I believe they only gave up about 250 yards or 245 yards altogether. Um, so again, Quay Walker with a sack. Uh, um, LVS with a sack, punched the ball out. And I believe that was it. There might have been one more sack. I don't know who exactly at this point had it, but we got 3 turnovers. Jacobs has 839 yards on the season. Uh, Tellerford got in the game, or offensive tackle. Dillard got in the game, another offensive player, lineman, and Tellerford and Dillard. I saw Malik got in the game at the end. Hopper, our middle linebacker, got in the game, and Zane Anderson got in the game. Again, Heath with a catch, 2 catches and a touchdown. Wicks also had a catch. Uh, let's see. I'm trying to give you everything. And that was basically it. Packers basically, game was closer than the score says. We pretty much, which we hoped, we took the lead at the end and we kind of dominated at the end, like fourth quarter. I think those were basically the highlights. The low light, of course, is Dobbs getting injured. There was a point in the game where Jacobs had to go into the locker room and get IV because he was cramping. So I'm sure he got IV. But all in all, a win. Packers go to 8-3. You know, they're going to say, okay, they didn't have their quarterback, and believe me, there was a huge losses for them. But we were losing. We had the guys that weren't playing either. We've had injuries through the years, so Packers got to have a fast turnaround. They got a game Thursday. Packers need to beat Miami, get to 9-3, get a week off, and then go to Detroit. And everybody's already putting them in the Super Bowl. So Packers, great win. We'll talk about a victory Monday tomorrow. I'm really excited right now. I just want to get on here real quick before I listen to the press conferences. Go Pack, go! Great win, Green Bay. 8-3, 38-10 win over the 49ers. We avenged a little bit of that playoff loss last year, but not the other couple that we lost. So, but a good win in 2024. Packers play Miami at Lambeau Field on Thursday. And my last thing about my diet, I have still not eaten. So this will be it will be 9 days with no food in 4 hours. I'm hoping to be at least 60 tomorrow. I was 159 today after a long workout. Go Pack Go. Great Sunday. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Go Pack Go. Or maybe tomorrow night. Go Pack Go.